Welcome back to Investing and Trading Live, sponsored by Online Trading Academy. Online Trading Academy, over 25 years, teaching people just like you how to trade and invest with the markets, whether you're in a regular trading account or a retirement account, 401ks, IRAs, and making smarter investing decisions within those. If you happen to miss tickets to the investing class that we do local here, these are 2-hour classes to introduce you to concepts and techniques on how to use these markets for your benefit. You can text the word investing to the number 210 for 2 seats. When you do that, you're going to get a text back. You're also going to receive a financial quick start kit that will help you get started right away. But when you get that text back, it'll have a day on there for your choice. And choose one of the dates, and we'll make sure we get one of our associates to call you to make sure you have the right date and time and address as well. We're local here. That's what we've been seeing, Al, is a lot of people have been really enjoying a physical place to go, hands-on, to learn about the financial markets. It's not something you can really understand out of a video or a book. We like to do this in person. That way you know what's happening. You can actually see how that works in a live environment. So that's been a really good thing, and a lot of great comments on the people that have been coming to these investing classes. And it's a new year coming up here, and Al, we've had a lot of people want to change their situation.
Right.
And here's what they say: it's time to do something different with my retirement account, because they're like, okay, this past year has not been good for most people that have retirement accounts. If it's been managed by somebody else, they're probably down on the year, and they want to have more choices, do better things in their future, and be able to plan ahead of time. We talked about in that first segment having a game plan for your portfolio. So people are coming into these classes right now to see how to start that game plan. How do you help people when they come in? Say somebody has a 401k or an IRA, and it's not doing so hot, and they want to do something different. How do you help people cross that bridge?
Well, first of all, point out why their 401ks or why their portfolio didn't do well, and what could have been done different. You know, what we do is we really break down how the market functions, and this is the important thing. I was just talking to a gentleman that's coming in for a class this morning, and he was saying, well, you know, you see half these pundits out there saying the market's going to go up, half of them say the market's going to go down, and they all seem like they know what they're talking about. Well, again, that gets back to opinions, and the point is that a lot of people listen to those opinions. That's how they invest. And what we want to do is show you how to pull the facts out of the market. What's factually going to drive the price of something? You know, how can you get better control? Control, I think, is a big word. How do you control the assets that you have so you can participate in different market directions? And the number one thing, and we hammer on this every week, is protection. It's the first thing you need to know is how not to lose. So how did your 401ks do last year? Did you lose money? Or this year, I should say. Next week, I can say last year. But in 2022, did your 401k lose money? And if that's supposed to be the go-to retirement account, you know, that's pretty sad. That's kind of a something to be concerned about. Well, it didn't do well because people just think that all you need to do is let the plan sponsor take money out of your check every couple of weeks or every month, put it into the market, and things will do well. And they don't do any kind of management because they don't know how. So in these classes, we can talk about how you can manage your 401ks, how to get better returns, how to participate in the parts of the market that might be moving and out of the parts of the market that are not moving in the right direction. And then also how to maybe increase the potential for a happy retirement by taking money out of a 401k, rolling it into a self-directed IRA where you have more choices. In that last segment, we talked about the different assets like futures and Forex and options. You can trade those things in a self-directed IRA, but not in a regular IRA. If you're in mutual funds, how do you protect a mutual fund? Well, you really don't. You can't have a stop loss on a mutual fund. You can't trade options on a mutual fund. Options can be used as an insurance policy. You can have an option on an underlying asset that will go up in value if the underlying asset goes down. There are many ways of addressing this market in a way that can give you better returns and help you not to go through the downturns in the market. You should participate in the downturns of the market, but you should participate in a way where you benefit. And think about it. If you watch or look at a downturn in the market like we had in the year 2000, the S&P was down 50%. 2007 to 2009, down 57%. Not everybody lost 50% or 57%. A lot of people had their best years during those time periods. This year, 2022, typical 401k is down 25%. This was probably maybe for a lot of people and a lot of the hedge funds, a lot of the Wall Street pros, maybe one of the best years that they've had. And that can be there for you too. You don't have to just hold on to something and let the market, go through the gyrations and take the value of your portfolio down. And then it kind of put it like on a trampoline where it might go up for a while, then it goes down for a while, then it goes up, then it goes down. Basically, you end up flat. We could be looking at a flat market for maybe the next decade, according to some people. So this is a time where you need to learn how to use the assets that give you the potential to have outsized returns while also protecting your assets.
Yeah, I think I want to bring back a comment you brought up there that I think it's really important for our listeners to understand and really think about this. You mentioned what people want for a happy retirement. Mm-hmm. And if you're listening right now, imagine what that happy retirement might look like. Some people want to spend more time with their grandkids and have the opportunity to travel more. As we know, I travel a lot, and it's not free. It's getting more expensive. So people need that extra capital to do that. So you need strategies that are designed for that. But just imagine, what would that happy retirement actually look like? Mm-hmm. And how you do that is by doing things differently. We kind of kick this segment off. Is it time to do something different with your retirement plan? Well, it might be, but you don't know what that different is until you find out. That's why we have these investing classes. See what the different opportunities that actually are for people that want to have more choices and have that happy retirement. Text the word investing to the number 210-210 for 2 seats for a retirement planning class. And it's a 2-hour class. We go through the different techniques and concepts on 401ks and IRAs, and at least giving you that catapult or that start to that happy retirement. Text the word investing to the number 210-210 for 2 seats for this free class. So, Al, we talk about, you mentioned the word self-directing a retirement account, mm-hmm. which is having more control. Now, sometimes people are afraid of that because they say, I don't want to take all my money and do that. Well, you don't have to, right? And here's another comment that I want you to just tackle real quick for in the next 2 minutes here. Is people sometimes don't want to go learn something.
Right.
That's why we have at Online Trading Academy is the proper tools to speed that up, the proper tools to make the smart investing decisions. So how do you help people have more control with the right tools?
Well, that is true. It's tools and it's rules. There are rules that you follow with a proper investment strategy. And I think one of our goals with our investment strategy, which we call CORE, is to simplify things and not have to have you go through the learning process that a lot of people think they have to go through. They think they have to learn how to make decisions based on all these fundamental things and all the different technical indicators that are out there. That is not the case. A lot of those things are just pushed by somebody who is making money on a certain strategy that they're pushing. Again, it gets down to what's factual. Keep it simple and just look at what moves the price of something. What moves the price of anything is more buyers than sellers. It's simple. It's that relationship between supply and demand. If there's more demand, in other words, in the financial market, more buyers, price will go up. If there are more sellers, more supply, price will go down. So the key is to be able to identify on a price chart where that relationship between supply and demand changes and then how far it's going to go. These are all things that we teach in these classes. But in the 2-hour class that you're talking about, that's a great way for you just to take 2 hours out of your time, just once, 2 hours out of your time to see if this might be the right thing for you. And as far as controlling your assets or making decisions, you don't necessarily have to do that. If you have a financial advisor, maybe you just want to get more information so you feel comfortable in a conversation with them. Maybe you even direct them as to what to invest in. But you don't have to take all of your money to do that. Start small. Start with maybe a small portfolio and then learn how to utilize some of the assets that we're talking about, learn how to benefit regardless of what the market or the economy is doing.
And that's a great thing about what we do at Online Trading Academy is help people be comfortable making these decisions, help people be comfortable doing things a little bit differently, and it's just guiding you with the right tools and the right steps, which goes back to the first segment, having the proper game plan. If you think you need help with that, if you want some assistance with that, and really to get started, just come to one of these free investing classes. They're 2 hours long. We can go through all these concepts. That way you can see what's available to you. No obligation. You can come just check it out, see what it is, and then see if it's something that makes sense for you. Text the word investing to the number 210 for 2 seats for this free class. Al, I know you've been a busy guy over Christmas and New Year's. Did you prepare today's OTA tip of the week?
I got a couple little thoughts here.
Let's hear it.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to first of all quote Tony Robbins, a great motivational speaker. He said, every person has the same fundamental human needs, but each person places different levels of importance on them. You know, and what I would say is that some people want different things to happen. Some people wish different things would happen, and then other people make different things happen. So, you know, if you think you and your family's financial security has a high level of importance and you want to make that security happen, let's make 2023 the year you decide not to follow the herd, not to be average, but the year you decide to take advantage of your potential. You know, we at OTA would be honored to help you make that happen. So it's up to you to take the first step.
Yeah, I like that. You know, let's everybody, let's graduate from the University of MIH. Make it happen. Text the word investing to the number 210 for 2 seats for this class. As always, same time, same place next week. Until then, retire young, my friends.
Happy New Year.